preserve your memory and favorite days. Come online to the newest craze, the digital scrapbook, the way you want it to look. With digital scrapbook kits, fun and full of wit, you log in today, you won't be able to quit. Come on over and you'll think it's the bomb. Nitwitcollection.com.
Hi, and thanks for joining us to watch our Idyllic video kit release. Now, if you've taken a look at some of the pictures, I'm sure you're here because you're like, wow, it intrigued me, but holy smokes, look at how much stuff is on there. You're really going to enjoy this video because you actually get to see this kind of taken apart from our FQB preview and stuff like that, because it is so jam-packed. You'll actually get a chance to see each and every element that's in this. For those of you that are new to our video, you do receive 20% off the price of the bundled collection. The price is 20% off of versus purchasing each of these individual items separately. So our FQB, our Idyllic 2 paper pack, our Idyllic Solids paper pack, our Idyllic Talk, which is our alpha, and also our Idyllic Lil Bits are all included when you buy the bundled product. And as I mentioned before, you do save yourself 20%. So this is certainly a kit to get a bundle with because there is so much in this, and it is so nice that you are gonna want the full ability in order to create with all the additional coordinating products. So our FQB starts out with our background papers, and as you can see right off the bat, the colors, I'm sure that's part of what drew you in here. The colors are so well toned, beautiful florals. Look at the butterfly coming in. Gorgeous, gorgeous papers to work with. And as you see, you do get them in a few different colors. Here's another different version of a stationary type back with the butterflies more predominant in here. Mary Fran does such a great job. Her tonal ability, the way she sees color and her way to put it together, just is fantastic. I know I amaze at it when I create with it, and I'm sure you do too. So we have some simpler patterns in here as well, because obviously we want simple things as well, a mixture of them, so then that way we don't have a card that looks like just too busy, it's too frenzy. But we also have these beautiful floral backgrounds where you do have that really standout paper that you can use for highlighting, whether that be your cards, mini albums, scrapbook layouts, whatever it is you're creating with. And you can see all the beautiful different colors. Like, look at it in the teal. You kind of think, wow, even in the white is beautiful. Oh, the pink is really nice. Look at the teal. It really has it all in here. Here's some beautiful ginghams. Obviously, the feel of the kit, that goes right hand in hand with it, with that feel. Idyllic, that's actually how the name came to be, is it just has that feel of a sense of and a place where it is just idyllic. You're content, you're happy, everything is just right. So here's the floral papers in more of a pastel. Some people like a more muted version. They don't want it so strong because of the elements they want to present, or maybe photos or things like that. It's always nice to have both options. Here it is in the strong, full colors. Isn't this beautiful? Like, it just jumps off the page at you. And you'll see this. I'm hoping it comes through in the video, but you'll see it if and when you order this product. You'll see it when you call it the florals. You'll just be like, wow, I'm definitely using this when I create. So here is some of our elements. This is the bicycle. Mary Fran wanted to give you a beautiful little bicycle as well as some options with it. Obviously, we know that some of you might want the little bucket of flowers on the back. Some of you may want it in pink. Depending on the color palette you choose, we want you to have those options. Here's ones with a little bird and a hat on it as well, right? So here's some of the florals, and being that this is so close up, you can see the intricacy in the flowers. You can see the stamens and the petals and everything in there, the dark centers and the contrast in it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I can't say enough. The bows, a little bit of center bling there so that it does give it some sparkle and some shine and some panache, I guess. And the butterflies, beautiful, soft, almost a little bit shabby chic feeling in some of them, so that way with the lacy outsides, you really can create in several ways with this. The buttons are so cute, they look like a fabric covered button, again, to coordinate with the feel of this. This is what we call our corner cluster. So on the screen you can't really tell this, but where I'm placing my cursor here around it, This is all transparent. There is no white to it. So for those of you creating digitally, this is great because this almost works like a stamp. You put that right anywhere on a paper, on anything, you just get the flowers. Even all the parts and pieces in between these flowers, that's all transparent. So you can place that right anywhere you want. Great clusters. Mary Fran does another great job. This is one thing that I appreciate when I create because I'm not advanced like she is to be able to do something like this. So it's so nice to have these done for you. And you'll see this is exactly what I placed into the card that I created. If you go to our FQB product in our store and you look just below the big image, you'll see 3 little images. And if you just hover your mouse over those, they'll come big for you automatically. You don't have to click or anything like that. It just automatically does it. And you'll see the card making idea that we have done, and you'll see how I've used this. It's a great element to use. All clustered together. Shadowing is already in these. Just beautiful in this crate. Here's a great scene. Now, Mary Fran used this one in her layout. Again, on the FQB preview, you can see her layout inspiration, and it'll blow it up for you if you just hover over it. This is super. You always kind of are looking when you're going to create. Well, maybe you don't, but this is kind of how it works for me. Is I always look for that main item that I want to create with. What do I want my feel? What am I trying to achieve? Whether that be to go with a photo or a card and a feel or a mini album and the theme. This is so terrific because you have elements like this that is one solid element for you to work with. It's already, like I said, created, clustered well. Everything is in scale nicely. It allows you to actually get to the fun stuff of creating. Now, for those of you that are more advanced, just even a little bit and want to branch out a little bit and kind of push yourself a little bit, we do give you the separate little flowers. These work great, and a lot of our customers, as well as our design team members, love these because then they can actually put another flower in here. They can put another butterfly and use it to decoupage and to raise up when they craft in physical paper, when they print these out and craft in physical paper. You can raise these flowers up as high or as you want because you can print them out as often as you want. You can then get that butterfly 2 or 3 of them thick, so that way you can roll the wings if you want in the paper. You can just bend them up a little bit. You can achieve such great things with that. Again, flower stems, we always want to give you the individual components because we have no idea what it is that you're trying to achieve, and we want to make sure that you have all the parts and pieces to create with. Here are photo frames, and again, this center, if you're working digitally, this is all transparent, so you can easily slide a photo from behind. If you like to print and then utilize these elements, these are super easy to either cut out from the inside here, or paste your picture in here and trim it to fit, whichever works for you. And again, several different options here for frames. The hat, isn't that a pretty little hat? Like, doesn't that say idyllic right there with the, the way the ribbon falls lazily down and the pretty in bloom flowers? Beautiful, right? Journal mat. So again, Mary Fran's already lined it for you. So those of you inserting this, whether you can use these would be a great insert in a card, where you could write your sentiment on it. It gives a nice little pull out, so that it has something of substance, almost a secondary card inside, and it's handwritten and it's really personal. Same thing when you create mini albums or scrapbook layouts. To have it hand journaled on, that is really the reason we create. We want personalized things. We want real true memories and to capture those things. And look at how bold this is. Look at how vivid the flowers are on the bike here, and just enjoy the journey. Again, imagine if somebody went on a trip or was going on a trip and you were wishing them well because maybe your child or grandchild is going off to college or starting a life being married or getting their first apartment. How nice is that, right? Happiness is in the air, another beautiful journal card. And we have some journal strips. We don't always hit the mark with words and phrases that we give to you, so we want to give you the blanks so that you have that ability as well. The kites, easy to place in again, and same thing with the labels. Life is a beautiful ride. Mary Fran does a great job with respect to her words and giving you great fonts on them and everything else. Our ribbons, again, ribbons are terrific elements. If you don't use these, folks, make that your next challenge. Use the ribbons in whatever it is that you're creating because they are super easy to use and they really do a lot of enhancement. I know when I first started creating cards, when Mary Fran kind of passed that job down to me, I didn't really use them that much. I just thought, oh, this is silly, right? Like, what do I want with this? I get this beautiful piece of paper or whatever the case may be. Really, they do make a difference. Our tags, garden market here, again in this beautiful teal, butterfly flitting about. The way she's worn the words here, just a gorgeous, gorgeous element to use. And these are great standalone items, whether you're using them in your cards, your layouts, your mini albums. Obviously, mini albums, if you're printing out, these are terrific items where you can use them to slide out of pockets, things like that. But it can be the same thing in a card or a layout. They're great elements to use. Idyllic moments, obviously a nice title card, and the windows. This may be the element that you've been waiting for. I wanted to see that one close up. Here it is finally. And we've given it to you with a few other options. We've got enjoy the little things tag on it. Also, just a little bit of flowers on the bottom. You have some options with it in case there was one that you preferred. Again, some blank word strips in a different style because we want to make sure that you have the tools you need in order to create the items you want to create. So in our Lil Bits, now our Lil Bits pack again is our elements clustered pack. These are more all finished stuff. You don't get individual flowers and things like that typically in our Lil Bits. This is all finished things so that way, hey, you know what? I'd love to create for this, but I'm kind of busy. Maybe I'm on a deadline. Mother's Day is coming up for those of us in North America. So these things allow you to create very easily, very quickly, and still have just fabulous results without having to actually do it yourself. Even though you may find the joy in it, it may be, we all have our time crunch times. Beautiful, beautiful sentiments, gorgeous elements. How can you not enjoy these? Our labels are another good one. If you're having trouble, maybe you got a little bit of creative block or whatever, take a look through the labels, stroll through these and see exactly what the wording is, what the colors are and stuff like that. A lot of times, I know these will kind of give me some inspiration too, because you're like, hey, this kind of gives me the theme or the really truly what I'm trying to capture and say, right? So then that kind of starts you off, and you having the color like with this Blooming Beauties, you actually already have the feel of it. There's a predominance in the darker pink. There's a predominance in the green. Obviously, it's got the teal background in a light muted pattern. Maybe that starts you off. So not only are they very good usable elements, but also they hopefully will give you some inspiration as well. So again, you get lots of them in here as well as some blanks. We want to give you that option. We realize that English is not the first language of all of our customers. We have many customers who English is not your first language. So we want to give you the opportunity as well in order to have something to write in so that you can write in your actual language and what you're trying to capture and say. So in our 2 paper pack, again, you're going to see these similar patterns. You've already seen this background paper, but never in this color. So that is the point of the 2 paper pack, is when you're creating multiple items with this, you're creating a scrapbook mini album, you're creating multiple layouts because it is for a theme or it is for an event or whatever, or just because you want to with cards and things like that. You just thought, you know what, I want to do a lot. Maybe I'm having a party or whatever it is. We want you to have all the options available to you. Lots of color options, and not just in, boy, I wish they would have made that particular pattern or that paper in a different color or the coordinating color. We want to make sure that you have them all. Our solids, the solids, I don't know if this is showing up. This is a darker color, so hopefully it's showing up for you. There's actually kind of a damask pattern to it. So these are solid papers. They're really, truly useful in so many ways as solid backing papers in behind things, just like you would use cardstock. But as well, when you've got like this beautiful damask pattern in this is a standalone paper. This, realistically, usually they're very muted, just simple lines or, things like that, a linen look to them or things like that. But this time, Mary Fran really went all out with these here and gave you a beautiful set of solid papers. So lastly here is our talk. This is our alpha. So again, a beautiful coordinating alpha, really fresh. Again, really gives you that feel of idyllicness, right? It's fresh. It gives you that feeling of refreshedness and just a place you really want to reside. So take the time, again, with the alpha. It may not be something that you use very often. Take the time maybe this time. Again, another challenge for you. Look at me challenging you and your creative abilities. Take the time and say, you know what, I'm going to use the alpha. Maybe it'll be a name, maybe it'll be a date, maybe it'll be a place, maybe it'll be the one word feeling like love or quiet or peaceful or whatever it is. Use it on your creation. You're going to be glad you did, because it really is a great element to use. And that's it, folks. That is our Idyllic collection. Our bundled Idyllic, as I mentioned before, is available. Great savings already in the price already. That the price that it is on the website, you already saved the 20% in that price. So definitely worthwhile checking out. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for checking out our video. Please give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Please leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on the kit. Let us know your thoughts on the video if you wanted. Maybe things that we could do a little better, or something you wanted slow down when I'm thumbing through things, whatever it is. But please let us know your thoughts, and please subscribe to our new YouTube channel so that way you're made aware of whenever we post a new video for you. Thanks again, and hope you love this kit.